Hey everyone, it's Michelle DeLeon for Two Peas in a Bucket with another Seeing Double video. Today I wanted to focus on adding different printables to your projects. And here's a quick look at the layout and gift wrap that I created. So to start, I just have some of the Two Peas in a Bucket December printables here. These are the different tags, and it has different fonts and cute little sentiments here that are holiday themed. And these are the 2x2 squares with more of a gold and silver theme to them. And these ones also have gold and silver throughout, as well as the traditional red and greens. And there's quite a variety of different shapes here. These are by Hello Forever, or Marcy Penner's brand, and I already cut some of these out to use. These ones are also by her and are these number tabs and some symbols. So the paper I have here is by Dear Lizzy Polka Dot Party. It has this nice white faux misting in the background, which is a nice extra detail. And here's a look at some of the tags that I already cut out, and the 3x4 card as well as the 2x2 squares and one of the circular printables. I really wanted to try to add that painted tree printable, but I didn't get a chance. And I have my photos here. I printed out 3 2x2 squares. I also used my Silhouette Cameo to cut out some different snowflakes on printed vellum. So this vellum was by Studio Calico. It was from their, I think their Atlantic line. I'm not sure if it's still available, but there's other different choices in the shop as well. So here I wanted to make a banner, so I'm just getting out a piece of twine here to start the shape. And I wanted to layer some of the 2x2 squares of my photos and the printables and create the banner. So I have the different tags here, and because I wanted to use that 3x4 card, it kind of shaped the rest of my page. I decided I wanted each section to be roughly the same size. But first I just wanted to match the photos to the different tags and then maybe see if there's a pattern paper to layer it on. So I'm just trying to see where I like the placement of the photos and trying to match it up with tags that I like. And here I was just noticing that this particular tag says December 25th, which is not when the photo was taken. So I still wanted to use it, but I'm just going to keep that in mind and try to cover it later with an embellishment. So to match the 3x4 size of the other card, I'm just layering this tag on this paper by Cartabella Wildflower. It has a really nice ombre effect. And I have another piece of paper from that line here that I wanted to use to layer that other tag on. And it's just a little bit big for what I wanted. It doesn't seem like the whole banner will fit if I kept it as is. I think I originally cut it out for maybe a Project Life pocket, but I'm just going to trim it down here so that all of the different sections of the banner fit on the page. I like that this paper has some wood grain, which always seems a little bit Christmassy to me, and also has some different colors like pinks and purples that just throw a little bit of extra color in. So I'm just going to make sure that everything's fitting how I want it to. So now that I kind of have the overall idea of where I want the main parts of the page, I'm just going to start adding these vellum snowflakes. And I just wanted to add them randomly in the background. I cut them out in different sizes, and I wasn't the most patient when I was taking it off of my mat, so some of them have a little chunk missing that got ripped off, and I just wanted to put those ones closer to the white faux misting in the background to kind of hide that, since it'll blend in a little bit better. So when I was thinking of where to place my title, I knew I wanted it in one of the corners of the page, and I decided on a bottom corner. I wanted my banner to be higher in the page rather than having to move it down to fit extra room at the top corner. So I'm getting ready to add my title with these two different alphabet stickers and thickers. So this gold one is by Chic Tags, and it's a really nice gold foil font, and it's really plain, so it's quite versatile. And I'm just going to start adding it by spelling the title backwards here, so I can know that everything will fit. For the second part of the title, I'm using these foam thickers by Amy Tangerine. It's a really nice italicized font. And I can just add my journaling to the bottom there after. Now I wanted to add more details to the page. So I have these Pebbles colored clothespins, and these ones are really small compared to some of the other ones that are out there. And I just wanted to add a little bit of extra color to my page. I also like that the clothespins are functional and that it's just an alternate way to attach these pieces to the string without using glue. If you're not a fan of clothespins because you find them a little bulky, you could also just punch a hole into the tags or the pattern paper and slide it through the twine. So I like how it's looking, except that I noticed I had 3 photos in a row from the left, and I just wanted to switch those last 2 on the right so that it has a printable in there to break up the photos a bit. I was having a hard time deciding what to put behind that last tag there, but I just looked and I have this little vellum pocket of sequins that I created. I was going to use it in my December mini book, but I didn't get around to it. So I'm just going to add it behind that tag there. And I just wanted to shake the sequins so that they're more around the edges since the tag will be covering most of the center. So now I'm just going to adhere the photos and tags down. I know I want to add more embellishments afterwards, but I just want to make sure that these main elements are in place first. And I'm just using regular adhesive for the photos and tags, and I wanted to use my hot glue gun to adhere pieces of the twine down. So I just wanted to have the middle, for sure, have a spot down, and the 2 edges, but I didn't want the whole piece of twine to be adhered down because I still have to clip the different sections on with the clothespins. And I tried to keep the twine pretty loose so that it does have a bit of drape, and just to make it easier for myself to add the clothespins now. Since I didn't want any adhesive to show from behind the vellum snowflakes, I wanted to use a clear adhesive. So I'm just going to place a little bit down onto the background where I know I want my snowflake, and just put the center of it there. I did want a bit of dimension, so I'm not going to have adhesive on the whole snowflake, and I'm just trying to lift up the edges here. And again, I just tried to add them randomly across the background and a few kind of throughout the banner. And to hide that 25 on that tag, I'm just going to add a sequin star to cover it up. And now I wanted to add some more embellishments, so I pulled out some of my Embellishing puffy stickers, and I really like how versatile they are and how easy they are to just add on to a layout or a card or a project life. I also have some stickers here. It's an older pack from the Dear Lizzie 5th and Frolic line. I really like the different gold stickers they have. And these are Embellishing tabs. I wanted to add one of those in. And to go with the other gold accents, I have these Maggie Holmes Flea Market resin flowers. I wanted to add just a little gold flower somewhere. And finally, these are the October Afternoon brads. So to start, I'm taking this gold foil sticker. It's a 2, and it's from the Dear Lizzie 5th and Frolic sticker pack. I'm just going to add it to that tag with the photo of myself and my boyfriend Billy. So I'm just going to angle it kind of at the bottom there, trying not to cover too much of the tag itself. And now I'm going to add a Maggie Holmes flea market resin flower here, and I just wanted to balance the gold on that side of the page, so I ended up placing it on the corner of that tag there. So these are the Embellishing puffy stickers again, and I'm just going to add a circle to create a little cluster at the bottom of that page. And I think I might want to add a brad just to complete that circular cluster. And I'm also just adding that little red heart on the top corner of that tag, again to kind of balance that red on the bottom left. And here I'm just trying to slip in that Embellishing tab just behind the photo there, and it says time well spent. I also have a 2 peas in a bucket flare badge. It says jingle, and I'm going to add a pop dot behind it to adhere it and add it to that cluster with the gold resin flower. I also like that it adds a little bit of red to that tag since there's a little bit of red on each of the other ones. And these are the October afternoon word stickers, so I'm just going to take a couple here and add it to the bottom of this tag. And I ended up having a lot of embellishment clusters in this page, which is kind of nice because I usually just layer a lot of pattern paper in my pages, and it's just nice to do something a little bit different. To finish off the page, I wanted to add some stamping. So this reindeer one here is by Embellishing, and I didn't ink it up enough, so it came off a little light. And for my next stamp, I'm using these little trees from October Afternoon, and I just made sure to load up on the ink for this one. And it fit perfectly just on top of my title, on top of the holiday portion. And here's a look at a detail shot of the finished page. So for my second project, I thought it'd be fun to do a bit of gift wrap. So I have another printable here from 2 peas in a bucket, and I'm going to use that as the main sentiment. I used my silhouette to cut this out. It's a pillow box design, and it's on the Studio Calico print shop paper. I'm currently a little bit behind on buying presents, so this particular box will be empty right now, but I tried to not add too much adhesive so that I could easily take it apart and add something later. So I'm just trimming a bit off of this pattern paper by Pebbles, and I wasn't sure which orientation to place it. I originally wanted it to be horizontal, but I just felt that it would fit better if it was vertical. So I'm just adhering down that printable here, and then I'm going to add some of these leftover vellum snowflakes that I had from my layout. I wanted to place a bigger one at the corner there, as I wanted to place another embellishment in the center. And for extra accents, I'm just going to add one at the top behind the printable, layered underneath. So I just added a pop dot to this 2 peas flare badge. It says Joy, and I'm just going to place it in the center of that larger snowflake. I still had twine out from my page from the banner, so I'm just going to add a bit to finish off the gift wrap here. It's quite simple, but I think it's a really cute way to just dress up, maybe a gift card or something small. Here's the finished pillow box, and another look at the 2 finished projects. Thanks so much for watching.